Our special contributor is Jennine Hamilton, the Chief Technology Officer at Legacy Fund Limited, whose area of expertise is in design, technology, and product development. Today, she will tell you about Ease Invest, a securities trading platform. Businesses, brokerages, and investors connect to trade and manage available securities in Belize's market. Brokerages can seamlessly onboard clients, while issuers have an online platform to visit IPOs. Investors, aided by brokers, can easily buy and trade securities, ensuring a fluid and intuitive experience. So, welcome, Jennine. This is quite an important platform for us here. So, can you tell us a little bit more about Ease Investment?
Sure, Destiny. Thanks for having me. So Ease Invest is a digital ecosystem for trading securities. And the reason why I say a digital ecosystem is because we're bringing all the stakeholders together so that they can transact in one location. I'm talking about from the issuers of an IPO to the brokers who are selling these securities, and also the investors investing in them. The reason why it's important for us to have it now, though, is because our securities market has been unregulated, and now we're moving into a regulated space. What does that mean? It simply means that we will now have a retail market, and that is what Legacy is pushing for. They've been pioneering this movement. With the retail market, it means that you and I will have the opportunity to invest in the Belize stock market. Traditionally, when there's an IPO, you would have bigger institutions, bigger entities such as credit unions and insurance companies and so on. They would invest in it. It would not be open to us. And so now we're leveling the playing field so that everyone can be a part of it.
Okay, that sounds like an amazing platform. I am curious, and I'm sure our viewers are curious as well, who are the primary stakeholders and how are they going to be interacting within this ecosystem?
The primary stakeholders, let me start with the issuers. So that would be a company, a business who would put out an IPO. They're looking for funding, and so they would use our desktop software to do so. They also normally have a fiscal agent or a custodian. That's the entity that would manage the sales of the securities or the trade of the ownership of the securities. They also access our platform using our desktop app as well. From there, you have the brokerages. They would have either an independent financial officer who would go out as their sales agent and get clients onboarded for them, or they would do it themselves. The client can contact a brokerage and they can open an investment account. And from there, the client is then able to start investing in these stock options.
It sounds like ultimately it's going to be an easier way for everyday people to invest.
Yes, that's correct.
And I'm sure that it required a lot of late nights and sleepless nights. So can you tell us a bit more about some of the problems and difficulties that you have faced in creating the platform, and if you foresee any challenges in the future?
Sure. Challenges, we have had a few, starting with just trying to understand what we were building or what we are building. This is not something that has been done before in Belize. We do not have a blueprint for it. So it's really to understand what is being done manually, since that's a process right now, and we move to automate all of that. So I think that was the biggest challenge for us to understand how everything works. The other challenge was really to understand the limitations within our technological landscape here in Belize, meaning we're having a system that connects all players. However, it has been difficult trying to make that work, so we've had to really problem solve, knock on some doors, and get really creative with how we can connect all of these players. Other challenges, those are the main ones, but I think moving forward, as we do enter into the market, I think the biggest challenge we will have, which I think is the challenge with all technology products in the country, would be adaptation. getting people to use it to understand the benefits of what it provides, getting also issuers. We have, I think it's like 30,000 businesses registered in the country. And traditionally, we would access financing, which is what all business need to survive. We would access financing by going to a lending institution. Now we're looking to open up the playing field for businesses to be able to access alternative financing through this medium. And also investors, again, like you and I, we would be able to invest in small amounts, maybe $100, $10, fractional shares, and so on. And we would be able to invest in startups and also big companies that have been out there for years, and we'll be able to really capitalize on their growth as well.
I completely agree, and I think this platform is going to change the way many Belizeans and people of the Caribbean view investing, and hopefully they'll get to learn more about the markets as well. Yeah. But there has been a rumor that you have other projects that you are currently working on. Can you give us a bit of a teaser?
We do have other projects, but I do need to know who has been spreading this rumor. So we have some other projects that we've been working on for small businesses, trying to get them on board with e-commerce as well. So yeah, that's just a little teaser I'm going to give. But as we move forward, I'll be sure to come back again and talk a little bit more about the other stuff that we're doing.
Well, thank you, Jennine, and I'm sure that the tech team is arduously working on the success of Ease Invest, and we know we can look forward to more updates on the projects as the week goes by. We will take a little break, and when we return, Abby will be jumping into the business of sports, so don't go away.